Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I am going to be bringing you guys another Peloton video. And if you guys have seen any of my previous videos, you will know I am a major Peloton fan. So some of you guys might already know this, but I currently use the Peloton Digital App without using the spin bike from Peloton. So I use a third-party bike, but I use the app on my iPad. And today I want to talk all about, is the app really good without the bike? What are the classes like without the bike? Is it worth actually just getting the Peloton bike, or is it actually just good enough with the app itself? I've done so many spin classes with the Peloton app, and I have definitely changed my workout game since the pandemic hit. So if you guys want to see all my videos about the Peloton Digital App, I will link it up in the cards right now for you, or of course I will link it down in the video description. So guys, just some housekeeping before we jump into the different type of spin classes you'll get with the Peloton Digital App. The Peloton Digital App is something that you download on an iPad or Android device, and then you view all of the classes on a smart device. So you can do it on your phone, your iPad, even your smart TV. Now the app only costs $12.99 a month when you are just using the digital app instead of using the spin bike or tread. And you get access to all the classes that you could ever imagine in the Peloton Digital App, like yoga or Pilates or strength classes or running classes, indoor and outdoor classes, of course the spin classes. But there are three things that are missing when you're using just the Peloton Digital App instead of using their spin bike or their tread. So the first thing that is missing or different that you would not get in the Peloton Digital App in comparison to buying their spin bike is live leaderboard classes. So a lot of people are really into competition and they want to compete against other people in a live class. So that doesn't mean that you can't take a live class. You can always join a live class, but your name will never show up on the leaderboard unless you actually have the spin bike, unless you actually have the Peloton spin bike. So you can still take a live class, but if you really want that edge of competition and you want to compete with other people on a live leaderboard, you're going to have to buy the spin bike. The app is not going to cut it. Also, the second difference that you can expect with the app instead of the Peloton spin bike is if you do want to see your metrics on screen. So if you want to be able to spin to the same metrics that they are calling out, that might be tricky depending on which spin bike you are using, because all of their metrics show up on screen on their Peloton bike, and on the app when you do play it, all you're gonna see is like the time of the class and how many calories total burned, but you're not actually going to see, cadence or the speed or, your resistance level. You can, however, get third-party apps in order to see that on a different screen, but on your main iPad where you see Peloton classes being displayed, you wouldn't be able to see your cadence and things like that. Although I have heard of a third-party app that is released that you might be able to see this all on one screen, but I'm testing that and I'll probably share it in a future video. So if you guys want to know that little trick on how to get your stats to show up on the same screen as Peloton, make sure you subscribe and stick around because I'll probably be doing that video in the near future. And the third thing that you cannot do in the Peloton Digital App that you can do in the actual spin bike is doing their new release stacked classes. So Peloton released something very recently in the last few months where you can stack multiple classes. The beauty of Peloton is a lot of their classes are super short, like 5, 10, 15, maybe 20, 30 minutes, and some people want to take multiple classes one after another. You can always bookmark them. There's the option of bookmarking a class in the Peloton app, but with stacking, what it does is it auto plays the next class that you've already queued up. So think of a YouTube playlist. When you automatically put things in a queue in your YouTube playlist, they're going to go from one to the next when you have autoplay turned on. The same thing goes for Peloton stacks, but that is actually only a feature that you can do on the bike. So right now, the app only allows you to create a stack, but you're still gonna have to manually go in and play your next class. So maybe in a future update of the app, they are going to release that. But for now, that is something that you can only do on their bike and not in the app. So let's jump into some of the spin classes that you can expect to get on the digital Peloton app. Now, my favorite instructors are by far Alex Toussaint, Tunde, Robin, Hannah Frankenson. They are brilliant instructors. But today I'm not here to talk to you guys all about the Peloton instructors. If you guys want to see me rank all the Peloton instructors and what my opinion is of all the best A-team instructors. I'll link it up in the cards right now for you to check out that video. So let's go over each type of spin class that you can expect in the Peloton Digital App and what my favorites are and what type of class is perfect for you. So the first type of class that you can expect is the beginners. So this is a class designed for a beginner. It is really the person that is just getting started with Peloton that wants to take a nice, easy ride. They have a number of beginner classes. So you could expect classes like advanced beginner or just medium intermediate beginners. So they have a whole bunch. If you're a little bit nervous about Peloton or you've actually never taken a spin class before, I would highly recommend checking out the beginner classes. They are brilliant classes. They're easy. They're usually in the saddle. They're usually low resistance. And there's no pressure in those classes. It's not like they encourage you to spin your fastest or on the highest resistance. They're trying to warm you up. They're trying to make you understand what a spin class even means at Peloton. So if you are a beginner, they have loads of beginner classes for you. The next type of class you can expect is their low impact classes. Now, I really love these classes and I'll tell you guys why a little bit later, but low impact classes are taught by almost every instructor, although there are a few instructors out there that dominate this type of class. And the class is usually anywhere from 10 minutes long, most typically 20 minutes. There are some 30 minutes, but I haven't seen that many classes that are longer than 30 minutes when it comes to low impact. And low impact is what you might already guess. It is meant to be low impact on your joints and your knees and your ankles especially. So if you are, for example, recovering from an injury, or maybe you're pregnant or you're postpartum and you just want to ease your way back into a spin class, the low impact rides are the perfect rides for you. And also, what I really love about it is that you still work up a sweat and you don't get out of the saddle. So again, low impact is meant so that you don't get up and down, so you don't really injure your knees or, wear out your knees or feel any of that kind of tension in your ankles as you get up and down. So the best thing about low impact is that you stay in the saddle, but you still work out quite a sweat. All the classes I've taken that are low impact, I actually took Tunde's low impact class this morning and I still broke a sweat and it was still an amazing workout. So don't let the name fool you. It is not low sweat. It is just low impact. The next type of spin class that you can expect on the Peloton Digital App is Power Zone training or Power Zone rides. So these are very much heart rate rides. They don't do these as often. I do see them come up every now and then, but they are designed to get you into a certain heart rate while you are spinning so that you then get optimal output on your spin class. Now I have to preface this and say that if you want to take a heart rate zone ride, you're gonna need a heart rate monitor. Peloton sells their own monitor, but you can use third-party heart rate monitors. I use my Apple Watch whenever I do take a heart rate ride and it's good enough for me. But another thing is if you want to take those heart rate rides, you're gonna have to probably do it on one of the newer iOS or Android devices. So for example, my iPad is a little bit older because it's an iPad mini version 1 or 2, I can't remember, and my heart rate doesn't show on the screen. But with my iPhone, which is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, it is a newer version, it has newer iOS, and because of that, my heart rate shows up on the screen and it is able to show you your different zones. So if you want to take one of those spin classes that require Power Zone training, you're gonna need to have a heart rate monitor. It can be one that you strap across your chest, or it could be, a wrist monitor like your Apple Watch. And then you're also gonna have to have a newer iOS device or newer Android device that's going to show your heart rate on the screen. The next type of spin class that you can expect on the app is called a climb ride. Now, like the name says it is a climb. It is going to be hills and hills and hills, and you are going to up your resistance, and most of the time you're gonna be out of that saddle climbing up a hill. This is a great spin class if you are looking to obviously work up a sweat, but also build up your leg muscles. So when you are in a climb ride, you are going to have pretty heavy resistance and your quads and your hamstrings and your calves are all gonna be pushing and pulling on that pedal stroke to make sure that you're climbing that hill. I've only taken a few climb rides before, but of the climb rides I have taken, they work up one hell of a sweat. Even I think I took a 10-minute climb ride just to wrap up a workout, and boy, was that tough. So I would say if you want to do a climb ride, just know that it is probably a intermediate to advanced class. So I wouldn't recommend it for beginners unless you're really ambitious. But a climb ride does require you to be up and out of the saddle and on a higher resistance throughout most of the class. The next type of spin class that you can expect on the Peloton app is a live DJ ride. Now I've only tried a few of these, but every single one I have tried is honestly amazing. I've done one with Tunde, I've done one with Jess, and wow, these are just so interactive. These are great rides. If you want to have that at-home studio feeling, like I know a lot of us are working out from home because spin studios are closed, and that's probably why you guys are watching this video and considering even getting a Peloton. If you want to have a real studio-like experience, like the interaction of a music and instructor, the DJ that they pick are always brilliant. Honestly, they have the best playlist, and it's just so interactive, and it's just so much fun, I have to say. And it reminds me of being in a live studio class. So if you guys really like music and you really like interactions between the instructor, that is the type of class that I would highly recommend, just because it's so much fun, and the instructor and the DJ are usually chatting away. They're usually distracting you from how hard you're spinning, and it's such a fun class because it's all the core is the music and the playlist. The next type of ride you can expect in the app is a theme ride. And these are spin classes that are designed around a certain theme, usually periodically throughout the year. Peloton has a lot of themes. For example, there was the Christmas rides, there was Thanksgiving, there's a Super Bowl ride, but also Peloton do a lot of other themed rides, like they did Black History Month just this last month. They've also done the Year of Yes, which is a collaboration with Shonda Rhimes. Anyways, Peloton does spend a lot of their marketing money in order to make sure that they have these awesome themed rides and collaborations with other famous and important people, and then they encourage you to take these rides, and then you end up getting some sort of theme or some sort of takeaway out of them. There are the ongoing theme rides, which are like Sundays with Love, which is, you know, with Ali Love every Sunday. They have the Just King experience, which is, again, really an experience that you should definitely try out. Overall, the theme rides are really fun. They're really like building up to some sort of end, so you can go through a series of rides to hit that final ride. But I have to say the best part and the most fun for me with the theme rides are that you get a badge every single time you complete one. So I'm one to obviously gamify Peloton, and I love getting a badge or a reward for doing a spin class. And with the theme rides, almost every single theme has their own badge, and then you can see it in your little trophy case, and you can just see how many amazing theme rides you've done. So the next type of ride is called a music ride, and this is one of the main reasons why I continue to love, love, love Peloton. Peloton spin classes are 100% about the music. Like, there are lots of competitors out there. I have tried a number of competitors, including Echelon, Apple Fitness Plus, YouTube videos, you name it. Even some of the spin studios here in London, I have tried their classes, but Peloton really, really, really means business when they are talking about music. They do a number of artist series. So that means they are collaborating with the likes of Beyonce, Miley Cyrus, Lizzo. I think they just did one with Post Malone as well. Overall, they always collaborate with famous artists, and then they bring you guys amazing playlists, and all of their spin classes are on point, on beat, whatever you want to call it. They're just so amazing because you are really actually riding to the beat of the music and the beat of the track, and it just makes spinning so much more fun. It's like dance class meets spin, I guess, because you're spinning to the beat of the music. So they have so many different types of genres out there. My favorites are hip hop and pop. Those are two of my favorite music choices anyways, but they have rock, they have country, they have, electric or electronic. They have all the different types of genres of music that you could ever imagine. The next type of spin class I want to talk about is their groove ride. Now, the groove ride is designed for anyone that is super, super into dance or dancing around or wants to have a lot of fun in a spin class. And that is what a groove ride is for. It's meant to get you grooving and moving and out and up out of the saddle and just dancing around, so much so that you, again, forget that you're in the middle of a spin class. I haven't taken that many groove rides. They're mostly taught by Cody Rigsby and Emma Lovewell, which they're great instructors, but I prefer music or themed rides more than the groove rides. But they are fun if you want just a distraction. If you want like 20, 30, 45 minutes of just pure dancing around, groove rides are the one for you. So another type of class that you can expect in Peloton are intervals. And again, like the name would say it sounds exactly as it is. An interval class is just spinning through different intervals. So usually it's kind of like a HIIT class meets a spin class, and that's what you can expect. You can expect spinning really quickly for a short period of time, maybe 20, 30 seconds, maybe even a minute, and then obviously slowing down, giving yourself a little bit of recovery, and then speeding up again. So it's intervals of fast, slow, fast, slow. Interval classes are great if you want to just do a quick 15, 20-minute ride. You want to work up a quick sweat. You want to burn a lot of calories. I would recommend doing an interval class. They're really quick, they're efficient, they're to the point. Just like any other HIIT or cardio class, you can now do a HIIT or interval class in a spin class. Now, there are two other rides that I have never tried that you can probably try in the Peloton app, and that is Metrics, and that is also Pro Cyclist. So I have never tried those rides, so I can't give you guys a review, but Metrics is like the name calls it. It is a ride based on your output and hitting certain cadence numbers and resistance numbers. So again, you're very much on a metric number with that. Main reason I haven't tried it again is because I'm just not into the numbers. I'm into having a good time and dancing around on the spin bike and spinning to the beat of a song. Have you guys actually tried Pro Cyclist or the Metrics ride? Let me know down in the comments below what type of ride you've tried on the Peloton Digital App and which ones are your favorites and why, because I am a little bit nervous to try the Pro Cyclist ride. So those are all of the type of spin classes you can expect on the Peloton Digital App. As I said at the beginning of the video, you do not need the spin bike to actually try all of those classes, and I would recommend you check out all my other Peloton videos on how you can spin with the Peloton Digital App and try all of their classes without ever having buying their bike. And before I leave you guys today, I want to give you guys 3 tips on how you can spin every single day without injuring yourself or without overworking yourself or making yourself too tired. And I have definitely changed so much throughout this pandemic because now I spin every single day. It's really weird when I don't spin every single day. So my first way of making sure that you spin every single day is using the Peloton Digital App is because there is so many variety of classes. With Peloton, there is literally 2 to 5, maybe even more than that, new classes every single day that are live or on demand. So you will never get bored. There are so many classes. I just can't imagine I'm ever going to take all of them. That is how many classes they have in their library. So variety is the key to success here. So as long as you keep changing up your spin class every single time, you will see that, yeah, it's so easy to spin every single day because they just have so many classes. The second way I spin every single day is by taking a low impact class or a beginner's class every 2 to 3 days and then stretching after those classes. So I don't always want to do a HIIT or hills or interval class all the time. And because of that, I decide to take a low impact class and just chill out and then just pedal and make sure I'm flushing out my legs and still moving my body and building up a sweat, but not really those overly intense rides. And then after those low impact rides, I'll usually do a stretching session with the Peloton instructors as well to make sure I get a good stretch in, and then I feel like $1,000,000 and then I could spin again the next day. So my third way of spinning every single day, aside from taking a variety of classes, is actually to take shorter classes. So the brilliant thing about Peloton is that they offer a variety of length of classes. Honestly, it starts from 5 minutes and it goes up to 60 or maybe even 75 minutes. I've never taken anything more than 60-minute class. But what I do is I like to change it up. I don't do 30 minutes every day. I don't do 60 minutes every day. I don't do 45. Some days I'll do 10 minutes and then stretching. Other days I'll do 45 minutes and really push all out for that class. But the beauty is when you change the duration and the type of class you're taking with Peloton, you never get bored. You honestly never get bored. I have not gotten bored so far in about the 6 months that I have been using Peloton. So just change up the duration, and I promise every day if you do like 10 minutes, one day 20, and then 30, and then 40, and then back to 5, and then 20, whatever, every single day is a different day, and that'll keep you motivated to keep going and spinning every day. So guys, that brings me to the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed learning all about the different type of spin classes you can get on the Peloton Digital App. If you did enjoy this video and you do want me to make more Peloton videos, please give this video a thumbs up so I know to create more content like this. And if you do want to see more Peloton videos, I'll link it up in the cards and in the description down below. But I also upload videos 2 times a week on Sundays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. GMT. So if you want to see more Peloton videos and you want to be the spin addict that I am, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you know exactly when my next video is going live. Anyways, guys, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I hope to catch you guys in my next video. Bye!